No, that's controversial.
Oh man, the thread is gone.
Today.
It's
All right,
deleted.
guys, we're live. Can everybody see us, hear us? Say hey, what's up?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, everybody?
So we're starting to see some people coming on. There they are. All right. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend, a great Saturday. Most of you that follow us know that we were out at basically a fundraiser for a couple of the local biker bars that really got hit during COVID, and it was phenomenal. I mean, one place I think ran out of food and booze, and then everybody came to the other place, and they weren't. They had plenty of booze, but man, they were behind on the food. I waited an hour for a hamburger, and then I ended up just giving up and getting a hot dog because I was tired of waiting.
Jeez.
Wow.
All right. Looks like everybody is piling on here, so we will kind of get started. If you'll notice, Mama Badger is not with me. That's because she just yelled, "Oh, crap, I got to make the website live," and took off running across the room to the other computer. So that means you get us three guys. There's no telling what we're going to mess up. So first off, I want to introduce who I have on here with me. You guys, most of you already know that I'm Sonny the Badger, but we have Mr. Blacktop Devil. If you'll introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about you and your channels and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, my name is Brian. I run the channel Blacktop Devil with my wife, Mrs. Blacktop Devil. We do travel vlogging, mostly motorcycle travel vlogging, and fill it in the winter and downtime with maintenance and random stuff.
Randomness, I like it. All right, and then we have the Beard from Baggers and Brews.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Bert, or the Beard on social media. I'm on Baggers and Brews with my two buddies, Austin and George. Our channel is pretty much everything related to motorcycles and riding and beer. We do a lot of beer stuff in the winter this time of year up here in the Northeast. It gets a little crappy, so we'll do some beer reviews and some brewery hopping and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. So in the tradition of Baggers and Brews, I know everybody's drinking something tonight. So why don't you guys tell everybody what you got drinking? We'll start with Bert.
Okay. I'm drinking Anti-Hero, which is a hazy or India Pale Ale, an IPA from Revolution Brewing Company.
Cool. What do you got down there, Blacktop Devil?
I'm trialing a Death by Coconut. Let it focus there, by Oscar Blues Brewery. It's the first one I've ever had, and it's actually not bad.
Well, as most of you know, I don't really drink, so I've got my Mountain Dew, my typical Mountain Dew. The worst for you of all three of those drinks. So, all right, guys. Well, if you guys haven't heard, I want to tell you about why we're here tonight. So we're here to announce the route for the 2021 World Record Poker Run. If you don't know what that is, basically I woke up one morning with some insane idea that said, well, we've never been to Sturgis. If I'm going to Sturgis, I want to go big. So I want to set the world record for the world's longest poker run, and I want it to leave Florida and end at Sturgis. So we're going to leave on July the 30th, and we're going to land in Sturgis on August 6th, which is the very first day of the biggest motorcycle rally in the world. So it should be just a phenomenal trip, a great time, and what better way to go to Sturgis than with hundreds of our biker brothers and sisters. So that's kind of where we're at, and that's what we came up with. So we got our group together, and these two gentlemen here are the ones that came up with our route. So they've been working on this for a couple months now, since I officially announced it to them what my crazy idea was, because Mama Badger and me started working on this in August, I think it was. So after getting everything lined up, we told our crew for Support Bikers, and they jumped in to help us get everything lined out. So we appreciate all of your help. While I'm waiting on Mama Badger to get everything live, I do want to mention, you just heard me say Support Bikers. So supportbikers.com is a website we created to connect bikers with bikers. It's free to get a listing on there. So if you have a biker-owned business, know a biker-owned business, biker-friendly business, you can go on there and list your business for free. If you are a biker, you can also put your listing on there. That way people can find you when they come into your area. And then if you are a content creator, moto vlogger, whatever, you can also put a listing on there for that. So people can find your YouTube channel or your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever that may be. So if you're not already a member of that, please, guys, go hop on there and get on that. I'm going to go through a few of the comments here real quick, see who's on here while we're waiting on Mama Badger. So I see Bells Rides here. What's up, Bells? Janet Corey. These people were here before I was here. Bell said the countdown was 38 minutes, 27 minutes. Holy moly, these guys got here early. I love the dedication, guys. I love the dedication. They've been here talking for quite a while, it looks like. I'm going to go down here to where we actually started the video. Wind Road Therapy's here. What's up? Hell's on Two Wheels. They're frozen. I saw they were riding today in the cold. So Gma and Gpa are here. That's where I said 5 minutes. Look at all this. All right, who else we got? Toby Northern in the house. Toby Northern is also part of our crew. He helps tell everybody about us. Karen's here from Ireland. She's coming all the way from Ireland for this. So we cannot wait. We've never met her in person, so we cannot wait for that. Who else we got here? Steven. Bluegrass Riders in the house. Sinister Clutch. See who else is here. Kimberly Ann from Facebook. Hi, Kimberly. Amanda also from Facebook. We're all doing good. Steve Ledbetter also from Facebook. Sean McDonald, Australia. We got them from all over the world here. Hank Joseph, I know you're in Missouri, or Misery as I like to call it. Amanda Huffman is here. All right, I think I'm about caught up. All right, where we at? I hear her walking. This must be good or bad. I'm not sure. She actually left the room. Holy moly.
Yikes.
Are you ready? Yay!
All right.
Nancy Weems is here.
Hey guys. All right. So technology, gotta love it. Things need to refresh and get caught up, but I did make it to where we can get to the route. It is live for you guys to see. So you able to share screen, so we'll get the screen shared and you guys can see it. But first I want to say thank you to you guys who had given us route ideas. I wanted to do some shout outs here to Sean Astley, Larry Carpenter, Nancy Weems, thank you. Steve Bates, False Neutral, Randy Boggs, Joe K, John Jerdon, which he goes by Titanium John, False Neutral, and we've got Molly Polly, Mohawk Mike Motorcycles, Don Spencer, Jamie Cartwright, and William Schultz, to name a few of you who had put in route ideas for us. We appreciate it.
And if we missed any of you, it's her fault.
It's my fault.
All right, are you ready for the route to be shared?
Okay. All right, so to get to this, guys, if you're going on your own computer or your own phone, the phones are going to update faster than a desktop will. The desktop, if you go to World Record Poker Run, you should see it there. If it's, hopefully it's updated, you'll have a little menu on it where you can get to the route. But if you guys are on a desktop, I made it to where if you go to the menu, so I'm going to point it up here, hopefully you guys can see where I'm pointing to the World Record Poker Run on.
Should we ask the question? Can everybody see? Oh, yeah, I can see what they can see now.
Okay.
Let me pull down Steve's message here. So
It's in the middle of everything.
Yes, there we go.
Perfect.
Right. Now
Okay.
you're in charge.
So if you go to the menu where it says World Record Poker Run, oh, yours needs to be refreshed. Okay, there's gonna be a little drop down for right now that has route on there. So you can click on that and it's gonna take you here for you guys to see. So let's scroll and do the big reveal. All right, there is the map.
Boom.
Boom.
Ta-da! Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
This is what these guys have been working so hard on. This is not an easy task by any means at all. And I want Brian to talk, kind of tell us what was behind this and kind of give us some behind the scenes.
Can I throw something in here? So guys, one thing I want to tell you is even though this is pretty much our route, it could almost like a hurricane if you're from Florida. We have a cone of uncertainty. So it's going in this direction, but it could go to the left, it could go to the right. The reason I say that is we're going to have stops along the way, and those are not confirmed yet. So now that we have our route, we can work on those stops. But, if we say we're stopping in Little Rock, but there's another town next to it that has our stop in it, it could go that way. So that's why I'm telling you this. And the other reason I'm telling you this is when you see this map, don't run out and make hotel reservations because we said we're going to Little Rock on day 3. The reason for that is, like I said, if it changes, then you're staying in a whole different town than the rest of us. As we get everything set, we will try to get hotel blocks and everything for you guys, and we will let you know that now is the time to go get your hotels. So we will not leave you hanging, I promise. I just don't want you guys to go gung-ho because I know a lot of you are excited and then end up with hotel rooms and stuff that you can't use or you're 100 miles away from the rest of us. So that's the only caveat to this. This is like a hurricane cone. So this is the general direction we're going, but we haven't set everything in stone.
But if you are going to Sturgis, I think Brian and Bert can tell you, go set where you want to be in Sturgis right now, right, guys?
Yeah, definitely.
You do know that is the endpoint.
Right. So we already have our Sturgis house. We got that already. So
and you guys should too.
We all know that's our endpoint. That one's for sure. So definitely get that.
Yep.
All right. Back to you.
Yes.
Sorry.
No. That was a very good point before we get started on this. So, Brian, I'll let you kind of take it from here on some idea, kind of give us background.
Well, for one, I wanted to make it scenic. If you guys watch the Blacktop Devil channel, we're all about scenery and good, unique roads, or as unique as you can get. And so I wanted to make it very scenic and very epic. So I'm guessing, this is just a guess, but I'm thinking there's a lot of East Coast people that are going to go on this, and a lot of them haven't seen the West. So that's why I angled it a little more to the west and routed it through what I think is some pretty awesome roads and by some pretty cool landmarks. I had to split it up. We had to split it up, Bert and I. So we didn't have like a 700 mile day one day and a 100-mile day the next. So it had to land in a city big enough to hold everybody. So that was a challenge to try to, there's long distance riders and then there's semi long distance riders. So I was trying to cater to both.
All right.
So go ahead.
No, that's perfect. So we'll take everybody through, go back to the website so that you guys can see where we've actually outlined. So Brian took and put in there day by day for us, and then we'll have our stops, which some stops will have our big parties at or meetups at, and some stops will there won't really be anything that day because we've got some traveling going on that day. So
I'll turn it back over to you.
Perfect. Okay. So if you guys scroll down on the page, well, let's first stop here. If you have not gone to Facebook and put on there you're interested or going, please click on that and do. if you want to keep up to date on this whole venture, then make sure and put name, email, and address in there, and we will keep you guys notified.
This is kind of like a pre-registration.
Yep.
So this is kind of what we're using to kind of gauge everybody's interest. So if you're going, or you're highly thinking about going, please get on that list because registration doesn't open till March 1st. But this kind of helps us gauge. And so far, I think we've got nearly 100 that have already signed up on this list. So this could be a huge epic ride for sure. All right, back to you.
All right. What I've done, hopefully making this easy for you guys, is we will have a kickoff. So our kickoff will be, all are invited to this, and it's going to be in Florida the Thursday night before we take off, July 29th. We'll be meeting at 6 o'clock, 6 to 9. We thought about coming up with maybe some bars and stuff that you guys can go to after the 9 o'clock time. And
because nobody's going to want to stop at 9, right?
Right. And then we'll have the official starting place. So we'll plug that in just as soon as we figure that out, which should be here hopefully in the next week or so. We'll get that
Announce that one,
confirmed and be announced. And then we've got Route 1's starting day. So that is July 30th. That's a Friday. We're going to do card pull from 7 to 10 in the morning. Starting point, again, we'll let you guys know. And our ending point will be, this is confirmed. We know this for sure because John Maxwell's been behind this whole event here. It'll be at his location. So that we've known. And we're looking at 493 miles. Right, Brian?
Yeah, I'd have to look. Actually, it bumped up. We moved it. We moved our starting point a little bit, so I believe it is now it's 526 miles for day one.
526. Okay, we'll get that changed.
Yep.
I've got on here, and we can click on this.
I will tell you this much, guys. We've ridden to Maxwells a couple times. It's all highway. So it's a pretty easy ride.
Okay, let me see if I can
Scroll out. There you go.
So this is clickable for you guys to see where we're going. So from Fort Myers to, and we're taking this one, I know we're taking 75 through Tampa.
Keep scrolling up. Open it wider.
All right.
You're going to take forever going that way. There we go.
There we go. All right, heading through.
Up to Columbus, Georgia.
Yep, to Columbus. So you guys get kind of an idea of the route for that day. Anything you guys want to add?
No, I mean, this was pretty easy since you knew Maxwell's was the first stop, so this was kind of a no-brainer.
And I talked to John last night. As a matter of fact, we were messaging back and forth. So basically, the party at John's is from like 6 p.m. till whenever we get done. So he's ready to have a party.
Okay.
With all of us.
All right. Give me just a second to get
What are
us
you doing?
back
I
to the
gotcha.
route.
All right. Part 2.
Okay.
Part 2.
So we talked to John last night,
Yes.
and he has decided. So he will be the stop where we're going to do our second card pull.
But I think we're going to go ahead and pull it that night since we're having a big party at his place. That way, the next morning, people can get up and go whenever they want to go. Because the next day is a pretty long haul, too, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so then we move on to Route 2, which will be Saturday the 31st. Like we said, riders will leave at their leisure, and that from wherever they're staying there in Columbus, and then we're going to head to Little Rock. So we've got about 533 miles on that. And I'll pull up the map for it. All right. So.
Anything you guys want to add about this piece?
Good, Brian.
No, I was just going to say, 530 is a lot. And Shane in the YouTube comments says covering 526 miles with over 100 riders. We're not necessarily going to all be in one group, so it will go quicker than you think.
And as a matter of fact, we're not really going to be in any groups.
Yeah.
So that's why that window for the card pull is from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So we want everybody to kind of spread out because, having 100 people or 200 people in a group is impossible. So like any poker run, we're going to tell you where we start and we're going to tell you where we end, and you're going to get there essentially when you get there. The thing to keep in mind, though, is card pulls. We will try to do them in the mornings or, make it convenient for everybody to get there for the card pull. But like Maxwells, he's going to be there from 6 to whenever. So we'll get everybody's card pull that night.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a little trickier just because we knew where we wanted to get to, which is past Little Rock, which is on day 3 now. But getting to where we wanted to get to, Eureka Springs, was going to be 700 plus. That was going to be a haul. That was just too much to do in one day for an event like this. So we kind of tried to find a town or a city that was going to be big enough to have plenty of hotels and all that jazz.
Yeah. And as you guys are watching this, we could use your help. So that we're landing in Little Rock. So if you have any connections in Little Rock or along the route, if you know of places that they can get on supportbikers.com, put their listing on here so we know where they're at. We're going to need gas, hotels, food,
bars, breweries, you name it. So definitely let us know of your favorite places in those areas.
So that night, we're not going to have any kind of a card pull because that is a big day of traveling.
So you guys, on that day, you can come and go as you please, right? So you can leave Columbus and you can get to Little Rock at whatever time you want to. Not a big deal.
Okay. Route 3. So we've got Sunday. So we're going to get up. This is going to be what? We've got 200 miles.
Right. So you're talking, 4 hours maybe?
This is a fun day.
Yeah.
So this will be a big party that night. We've got the Pig Trail, which we've got links on here for you guys to be able to click on if you've not done the Pig Trail before.
If you've not been to Eureka Springs, there's just some beautiful riding around there.
Yeah.
So
Arkansas in general is just
if you were to get up at 8 a.m. and leave Little Rock, by noon, you're in Eureka Springs. And then our card pull is going to be that evening. And we're going to have a big party. So we're going to have plenty of time. Yeah, 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Cake.
Yeah. So we do have, so we're headed to Eureka, which always has lots of bars and lots of things going on in that area. Anything you guys want to add?
To Eureka.
Go ahead, Bert.
I
Do you have anything?
We were in Eureka, the Baggers and Brews crew here. We were in Eureka Springs real briefly on the way back from the other world record ride that we did in 2019. And we were there briefly. It was raining really bad, but even though it was raining, we did a good section of the Pig Trail, and it's like you said, it's pretty amazing riding. So it's definitely something you don't want to miss.
And
I know we're going to be down there in April for the Spring Fling, so I'm sure we'll do some riding and videoing that you guys can check out there too.
Yep.
But it's just a beautiful area to ride.
So we do have, and my crew doesn't even know this, but we do have a confirmed stop already for Eureka. So we're excited about that. They're probably watching, but we're going to do a big announcement for that. So you guys know, and we got some other kind of plans in with it. And that's why we haven't, and we're not going to announce that yet, but some exciting things to tell everybody.
We're going to have, we'll probably have multiple stops.
Yeah. Eureka is going to be, that's coming together and it's going to be freaking awesome. So.
And Eureka's, that's kind of a vacation spot too, right? So there's a lot of hotels there.
Yes.
And we'll have
because they have Bikers, Blues, and Barbecue there, Spring Fling. So they have lots of hotel rooms. So we'll just kind of take over the town like it's our own little biker rally.
Yeah, we're gonna be rolling in, and they're excited.
They are, the entire town.
The town knows, and so yeah, this will be cool. Thank you to the honorary ones. Shout out to you guys because that's their home area, and they've been working it, and so thank you guys for that. I appreciate it because we couldn't have done it without you. This whole freaking crew, you guys are awesome. Okay, so Route 4, we've got, which is going to be Monday. We're going to be heading out. That one is a 511 mile trip. And this one, let's see, we're doing this for who? Who are we doing this trip for? To get to Amarillo?
It's for the beard.
You want the big steak.
I get that steak, baby.
All right. So why are we going there, Bert?
Well, they got that. What's the place called? The Big Texan? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Big Texan.
So you can take that challenge. I don't know. I saw it on another YouTuber's rides, and they put their buddies through the test of eating that steak. And it's like $100 steak, and
it's like 4 pounds, right?
Yeah, you got to eat it. You got to eat the baked potato. It's like the great outdoors. You got to eat the fat and the gristle and the baked potato and the salad and everything else that goes with it. But if you do, you get it for free. So I thought that was cool.
So we're gonna have some video footage of Bert and whoever else wants to join in on this huge steak.
Roy was asking when we're going to have dates. The dates are actually on the map, Roy. So
that was at 7/12. So I think
you'll see what dates. Okay. All right.
Big steak challenge. Yep. All right, just going through. And you guys if you can help us out, Brian and Bert, on the chat part, because we're not really on that screen to
right. All right.
To look.
We got people singing Amarillo by
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is going to be a hell of a party, guys.
It's awesome. Okay, I need to do the back button here. Let's get us to the next.
Amarillo is it's a long mile day and no card pull. So you can roll out of Eureka and roll into Amarillo at your leisure.
Right. So, yep.
I call it a utility day. It's kind of getting where you need to get.
Give me a steak and I'm going to bed.
we do promise you guys the miles get shorter as we get into some more scenic riding.
Okay, so we've got getting up Tuesday, headed out. We're gonna be leaving Amarillo, headed towards Durango. We're at 508 miles on this one, and Brian's put in here 2 different sightseeing opportunities.
Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one is Capulan Volcano. It's a extinct volcano. It's not dormant, so you're not going to die. You can see it on there's a road around it, and you can ride all the way up to the rim, and then there's like a walking trail down inside of the crater, which is cool. And you're not supposed to take rocks, but
How many rocks you got, Brian?
I mean, I've been there 3 times, so
so at least 3 rocks.
Do you write your names on them?
Yeah, well, we should.
Boston.
But it's like a $20 entry fee. It's a national landmark, so it's super cool. And you can see once you get up to the top, you can see it's really flat out there. So once you get to the top, I mean, you can see forever. And once you look out kind of over the horizon, you see how many other extinct volcanoes there are that are smaller. It's actually really cool, especially if you're like a geology nerd like I am. It's kind of neat.
Okay, I'll scroll down so that everybody can see the next picture.
So this is Rio Grande Bridge, and I don't remember the heights and everything, but again, it's super flat landscape out there, and you don't even see this thing when you come up to it. You just get to the bridge, and it's like, whoa. There's a parking lot. You can stop and you can walk out onto the bridge and take pictures from right in the middle of it if you want. if you're into heights. But it's super cool. So I thought that was something that other people should see that maybe they didn't know about.
Who's bringing the bungee cord?
I'm out.
So we've got on here, these are clickable links, so you guys can go click on those and check it out. And then here is our
Actual map.
Sorry, I'm zooming. Give it just a minute here. I'm trying to zoom out. I think I went the wrong direction.
You have zoomed the wrong direction. You're going really slow too.
Okay, I was afraid to go too fast.
There you go.
All right,
You got this.
there we go. Okay, slow-mo.
Right.
From
Ta-da!
Amarillo to Durango.
There's lots of curves in that though. That looks good.
Yeah.
That looks like fun. I like it. The curvier they
Yeah.
look, the better.
Yeah. Okay, so we got some sightseeing, some awesome roads on that. Anything else?
Once you get up into like Pagosa Springs, there's some hot springs in there, and then you kind of get after the we'll call it the crater. I'll call other things off stream, but you kind of get into some mountain areas, and it's just some nice curves. It's not super technical stuff, but it's really fun to ride. So it's pretty much that way all the way into Durango from there.
Awesome.
Okay. All right, hitting the back button. Give it a minute here to. What day were we on? Was that 5? So
Yeah, that was 5. Yep.
Almost 5.
okay. So stop 5, we're looking for potential stops. If you got anybody watching has some suggestions for us, and we
In
don't
the Durango
know
area.
if we're going to do a card pull. If we find a stop, maybe we'll do a card pull the next morning, I imagine, because that's a bigger trip.
Yeah, because we got one more card pull we need.
We'll need one more before our last one in Sturgis.
Yeah, we'll have at the end we'll have a pull too.
All right. So next we've got Wednesday. We're headed out of Durango and going to Glenwood Springs, Colorado. And this is all area that Sunny and I haven't been. So I'm like, where's Glenwood Springs?
It's 259 miles.
Yeah.
But I imagine it's a beautiful 259 miles.
Yeah.
So we got $1 Million Highway. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah. So, I was just going to say, now we're getting into mountains, and miles are slower miles. So that's kind of why we pushed it hard at the beginning, and we're kind of slowing down now because it takes a while. Your average speed drops. But we're going to be going after you leave Durango. I'm excited about this day because I've ridden this road 2 or 3 times now, and it never gets old. It's the $1 Million Highway, if you guys have heard of it. And it's absolutely amazing. And it's the start of it, the way we're going from south to north. Once you get to Silverton, there's actually a Harley dealer there. It's the highest elevation Harley dealer. They don't sell bikes, but they have clothing and they have really cool like memorabilia kind of stuff. And they put on what's called the Four Corners Rally every year too, which we're getting near the Four Corners, but we couldn't really fit it in. But after the $1 Million Highway, it's just kind of some nice sweeping roads, and we'll end up in Glenwood Springs, where there's springs, more hot springs there, and there's I haven't actually personally been in them yet. We've been wanting to get out there on vacation to do it, but there's like a huge pool spring that's looks pretty cool on for pictures that I've seen. So that could be something in the evening after a long ride. Might be kind of fun to
we'll
do.
find Heather and I sitting in a hot spring. Then I haven't be there. That sounds.
I'll be there too.
Okay, Brian too, I guess.
Me too, damn it. We're probably all going to need a hot spring after day 5 of riding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
Ooh, I can't wait for that one. That's that's uncharted territory. I'm excited. All right.
Number 7. Are you on 7?
What was that one? Was that 6?
I think that was 6.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 6.
7. Hey, this is the Thursday. We're headed out of Glenwood Springs to Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Yep, 312 miles. And I'm pretty sure that picture shows snow. and I'm not okay with that.
Sorry. But
I'm not saying there won't be snow.
so yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to explain this one. This is the Eisenhower Johnson Memorial Tunnels.
Yes.
Right? So
If you guys, anybody in the chat, if you've been through the tunnels, especially on a motorcycle, type it into the comments because it's to me it's cool. I don't remember, they're like 1.5 miles long, and it's just a tunnel, and it's you can rev bomb whatever you want to do, but it's full speed, 80 mile an hour through them, and it just bores through the mountain. It's the only way they could get through the mountain, so they just bored right through it. 2 tunnels, one eastbound, one westbound. Both are, I think they're 2-lane. They might be 3. I have it in one of my videos, but it's pretty neat to go through. And to get there is it's going to be mostly I-70, which the road surface isn't great, but there's not a lot of east-west roads in Colorado, so we're kind of stuck on it. But the scenery is really awesome, especially that time of year. Everything's green, and there might be, you'll see some snow on the peaks, but it won't be bad.
So I was a week into riding after I got my license, and we went through that Alabama Mobile tunnel.
Oh, under the water?
Under the water, and coming out, oh my gosh.
She was scared to death, and I'm like revving the bike.
That'd be cool.
Having a blast.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
And she's like, there's a truck. There's a truck.
There was a semi on my ass, and I'm going down this going, okay, I learned how to downshift. I got this. I can do it. But woo, that was something else, and it's loud, right?
It's even more loud when your husband's back there revving up his bike, slowing down and speeding up. And
oh man, whew,
I was enjoying it.
That was something else.
All right, and then last day.
Yeah, so no, we've got the Rocky Mountain National Park. Now Brian, I know, has to talk about this a little bit because we just don't know what the situation is going to be like come August.
So after we get off of I-70 and we go through Winter Park, which is more mountainy roads, it's really neat. A lot of switchbacks, a little more technical. It'll be kind of like the $1 Million Highway. And I'm kind of taking this over right now and not letting Bert talk because it's kind of my stomping grounds a little bit more than his. So once we start going north, we hit Grand Lake. We'll hit Rocky Mountain National Park. Now, typically, you can just go into Rocky Mountain National Park. It's $20 entry fee for the day. No big deal. Right now, with COVID, they're monitoring how many people can get into the park. And you have to get tickets 2 days in advance. It can't be a week or 2 weeks in advance. That's going to be 2 days in advance. Wow. So if that is still happening, then we are probably going to have to route around it, which I have an alternate route north through Walden, and you can kind of see the road north of the blue east-west, what we're doing there, and that's a really awesome canyon also. So we have an option if it's not going to be feasible for everybody if the restrictions are in place for everybody to go through. So we have an option for that. No big deal, but it's awesome riding, and I hate to push my own stuff, but we did this last summer. We did a video up there. We kind of drove over it and show a little bit of the scenery, and it's you can't explain it. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, Brian, because I do want to push your own stuff. I mean, so give me the link, the YouTube link for that,
okay,
and let me put it in here for people to see. Okay,
I can do that.
Yeah, any of this that
you've ridden, that they can see. Absolutely, give it to us. We can put it right on the map.
Fabulous, right in there. So,
and the little towns in there, they're really like old school mountain towns, and there's a lot of history there, which is cool. And there's some breweries.
Perfect. Yeah. Anything you guys have, my crew out there, anything you guys have that would add to this that everybody gets to see? I mean, I think everybody would agree with me. Let's see those videos.
Right?
Yeah.
I failed to do this earlier. I am a bad.
He's putting the banner on the bottom.
that the one?
Nope, go to the next one. This is
There we go. Woohoo! Okay. Look at me go.
All
right.
All right, back to.
That's what happens when you leave the dude in charge.
Okay. I pushed the
Is it
back
going
button.
back? There we go. Did you go back too far?
I think
No.
it just takes me to the bottom
And
of
then
the page.
just 8.
Okay.
8's all that's left.
Yeah, so we'll stop 7. Same thing if you guys have any recommendations, places we can stop at and go to there in Cheyenne, Wyoming area, let us know.
And somewhere between Amarillo and Sturgis, we need to do a card pull stop. So we're going to kind of figure that out. But if you guys have any connections with Harley dealers or, a place that can handle a big crowd, let us know so we can go from there.
So then we've got Friday, our last day. We're leaving Cheyenne, Wyoming. We are headed to Sturgis. This day we're doing 317 miles. We're going to make it not really sightseeing because we're going to get there to do our ceremony.
And there's nothing to see out there anyway.
All right, so that's what this looks like. So straight shot to get us into Sturgis. And I know
the end point we're still working on. We have a few things in the works. Some of them will be really big and really cool. We just don't have anything confirmed. And of course, we don't want to tell you anything until it's confirmed. But we should have a killer party at Sturgis. And then once we've landed in Sturgis and done our thing, everybody is free to go do whatever they're doing.
what's the name of that place? The Blue Chip or whatever?
Buffalo Chip?
Buffalo Chip?
Yeah.
Buffalo Chip, Blue Chip. Buffalo Chip, if anybody has connections there, they actually reached out and are
talking to the honorary ones and all with us.
So, and then I know Belle's talked to Belle, if you want to put in there, the Harley dealership there in that area too.
So hopefully we'll find a really epic place to end the ride. Roll in, set the world record. I'm going to tell you something else too. With the Guinness Book of World Records. So they have not confirmed nor denied whether they're willing to travel to the United States from the UK. I have told them that I want them there. I have told them we will pay for them, but I don't have a confirmation that they'll actually send an official over due to the whole COVID thing. So if they don't, we just have to turn in all the evidence, which they've given me all the rules. So we'll record our own evidence and turn it into them to break the world record. That's not really the way we want to do it because we want them there to present the plaque and all that. But with COVID, we may not be able to do that. I just want to be, clear with everybody that, we're trying to do that. If we do not do that, it would not be because we didn't want to.
We didn't try.
Right.
All right. So, yep, that's it for that. And then, so we've got here for your stops. You can actually go and if you are watching this, or you can just tell people to go here, they can get on the map. So this is a listing for the business that sends us the information so that we can contact and reach out to them and speak with them. Or if you're thinking of somebody, there's a refer a business form that you can fill out. And we'll get that and we'll be able to contact them as well. So there's, for your convenience, those buttons. And then when it comes to lodging, I know Amy was on here for helping out with the lodging. So I will get in touch with you, Amy, so that we can kind of figure out. So like we said, we need hotels, motels, camping sites at each of the different stops. So we do have a lodging suggestion form here that you can fill out and submit to us.
Yeah, so what we'll do is I'll reach out once we figure out the exact plan of stop. I'll reach out and try to get blocks of rooms that we can reserve at a discounted price. And that'll be open from X day to X day. And then, of course, we're also going to try to have campgrounds and stuff along the way for those of you that want to camp. But we'll try to have the wide variety for everybody.
So come back to this site, this page. I'm sure I might make another little section here that says like lodging, for the days, so that you guys have the links and stuff within here to go to. All right.
Yeah, this will be kind of the general area for all information about this ride. We're trying to keep it all in one place so that you guys can go find it at any time or send anybody you want to find it at any time. Right? Can I unshare this?
What do you got? Do you want me to unshare it? Are we good to unshare, or we want to go back and talk about any of this, Brian and Bert?
Well, I just wanted to point out that when Brian and I started talking about this, and we were in the Colorado area, we both mentioned, roads like the $1 Million Highway and those mountainy roads like that. And we originally were like thinking, let's shy away from that just because, I don't know how many people you're going to have, but there's a good chance a lot of them might not be as experienced. We were kind of worried that, it might be a little dangerous. You got mountain roads there with, no side rails and stuff like that. So we were originally going to shy away. And then we had that last meeting, and I think it was TJ, the ornery one, had mentioned, this is like supposed to be an epic ride. This is supposed to be just a badass ride. So we kind of revisited that, and that's where Brian went in and added the $1 Million Highway and some of that stuff. This is like a once in a lifetime kind of ride. So why shy away from the good stuff? Just if you're less experienced, you just ride your own ride. Take your time. Don't worry about keeping up with anybody.
Right.
That's when accidents happen. So just be careful in some of those areas. But I mean, I haven't been there, but $1 Million Highway is supposed to be one of the most amazing roads. So why not do it?
Right. And that's it, guys. The reason for it being a poker run is you can go at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with the fastest. You don't have to ride with the slowest. You do what you want to do. And what I imagine is going to happen is from the beginning of this, you're going to meet a few people at our kickoff party that you just kind of connect with, and you guys are probably all going to ride together. I just kind of see that happening, or the group that you come with. So, there's going to be lots of little groups of 4 or 5, 6 people riding together. That's kind of what I envision happening. But the whole point of this is not to ride above your skill level. Just go out and enjoy it. And that's also why we're doing the stops the way we're doing. We're having some long days where you don't have to get anywhere by a certain time, so that you're not rushing and pushing yourself for something bad to happen. So if you notice, our first one is a straight shot up to Georgia, but then the third, where we pull our third card, is a 200-mile day.
Yeah.
So we don't want, like I said, we just don't want to wear everybody up.
Well, if you're going to start the poker run with us, we need you to end the poker run too.
Right. Yeah. That's how it counts for the record.
Keep that in mind.
Now, I will say this. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say, can we join the World Record Poker Run somewhere along the route? Here is my answer to that. You can. You will not be part of the World Record Poker Run. It's not possible. It's a free country, so it's not like we're going to say, no, you absolutely can't ride from Durango to Cheyenne and stay with where we're staying. But technically, you wouldn't be a part of the ride. I just want to be clear on that.
But you're welcome.
But you are welcome to join us.
What about people that might want to just meet up with you at your stops, like in Eureka Springs or at Maxwells, just to party and hang out with you?
So that's the point of those are going to be meet and greet stops.
Okay.
You guys have heard just some of the moto vloggers that are coming. I know we have more coming. I know we have a few really big names that we're talking to too. And I know people are going to want to come and meet all of them. Just hang out, have a beer, have a good time. And that's what those short days and parties are for. So you can absolutely do that.
Good question. Yes. So like Mohawk Mike Motorcycles, hook up with us in Durango. Fantastic. All right. I'm just going to scroll down and see what other things
I don't even know where we start with all these. All right, guys, since we're so far in all the comments, if you have any questions or anything, go ahead and type them in now. We will try to answer those
There was a couple that Belle, I know, had pointed out. Thank you. I saw as I was scrolling through. Please, whoever's on here, if you can share the World Record Poker Run on your social media, let everybody know about it.
So, where'd it go? Stephen Corey asked if participants get some sort of certificate.
So yes, so here's where the whole Guinness book thing comes in. If the Guinness guy is there, we can get it certified. Then they'll come a lot faster. If not, what we have to do is we have to take all of the digital data, we have to upload it to their servers, then they have to comb through it and make it official. Once they make it official, we will have certificates for everybody available. It's just, I don't know the time frame there because we have zero control or input on that. We literally have to follow their rules for the official part.
But there will be certificates.
There will. Part of the registration fee is going to be exclusive things. So you're going to get a T-shirt that nobody else can get unless they're actually running the ride. You're going to get a lanyard that nobody gets unless they're actually running the ride. We're talking about poker chips. There's been discussion of a challenge coin. There's a lot of things in the works, but you guys will get a package for riding the ride that nobody else in the world has access to at all. We will have T-shirts for people that want a world record T-shirt, but it will not be the official one that everybody that goes on the ride and registers gets.
Okay. Roy Jenkins and a couple other people, Mandy the Machine, they all want to know what's the
total
miles of the route.
Blacktop, do you know?
It's like 31:30, somewhere around there. I can't remember.
But that went a little longer since we changed the starting.
Yeah, and I can't remember if I added that up yet or not. I think it might have added another 15, 20 miles to that. So
what does it have to be for the record?
31:23.
Yeah. Okay.
And as soon as we get our stops, that'll help us have a better idea.
Right, because if we have to take one of those short days and loop it out a little bit and add 25 miles or something like that, I mean, whatever we have to do to make it hit the record or give us a padding, we will do that for sure.
Where did it go? Brian Chamberlain just came in late, was wanting to know what the dates were of the run. So
it is July 30th. Technically July 29th. July 29th is our kickoff party. The run starts July 30th and it ends August 6th.
And he was asking, where is it from and to?
It is from the Fort Myers, Florida area and to Sturgis.
Cool.
And go to supportbikers.com and click on the World Record Poker Run tab. I don't know if it's redirecting now. If you go to worldrecordpokerrun.com, you can get to it there.
And here's a good thing. So Dave's, hey, Mohawk Mike, we can do an iron butt on the way back. So yeah, guys, you can do other things like that, and truly make it an epic adventure, right? I set the world record on the way to Sturgis, and then I did the iron butt on the way back, or whatever it is. I mean, we haven't told everybody, but when we leave Sturgis, we're going to be on the road for another 3 weeks. We're going up to Wisconsin to see, the motherland. And then we're going to weave back down and see a bunch of sponsors and family and all. So, I mean, it's going to be an epic adventure even after Sturgis for us. We're going to be wore out.
Yes, you are.
All right. Facebook user, sorry, as you can tell, it says Facebook user on here. That's because you're in one of our groups, Facebook groups, which Support Bikers group or the Badgers and Biker Lifestyle group. Guys, get in there because a lot of updates and things are going on. So the cost, I did update the site. If you're on a desktop, it is not updated yet. I was just checking. If you're on your phone, it is updating. It should be there. Let me double check. But anyways, we did put on there. So that was another thing. Cost. The cost is, we've decided on $175 for the rider.
It's basically $25 a day. We figured a normal poker run is $20 to $25 a day. So this is a 7-day poker run, and it's going to be $25 a day. If you have a passenger, it's just $25 for that passenger, essentially to cover a T-shirt, cover that welcoming package. We're not charging any extra for them other than just to cover that welcome package. So if it was 2 of you for the week, it's $200.
Yep.
Or $175 for the single rider. So you guys know what the money goes to. The money goes to the costs of getting everything set up, all the T-shirts, all of that bought. Once all the expenditures are paid for, and this is not a profit thing, so all proceeds beyond that go to charity. We have not named the charity yet. We've got 3 or 4 or 5 floating around. Who knows? It may be 3 or 4 or 5. One thing we'll know a little bit more once we kind of see how many registrations pour in, and what kind of money we have to donate, right? Because if we have a lot and we can donate to 4 or 5, I'm kind of that spread the wealth type of thing. I have said this before. I personally, I don't think I've told the gang this. I would love to see like each one of our crew have a charity in their area that gets donations. So just divide it up. But we don't know yet. We just know that we are going to donate it all, hopefully to something biker related, so that we can help out the biker community on this epic ride.
Yep. Our next Support Bikers crew meeting is the second Tuesday. So we'll be ironing out some more things during that meeting. Miss Haley Billy wants to know, girl tank top shirts. Yeah, I'm with you, girl. Crystal.
It's all Mama Badger likes to wear, so yes.
Yes, Crystal. we're getting tank tops. That's, yeah, for sure. What was it?
Well, they're just talking about the mileage.
Okay.
You can run over Devil's Tower for extra miles.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I mean, there's lots of area we can run to knock out the extra miles if we need to.
Devil's Tower. We'll keep that in mind.
I will tell you this. So the original record we were going to beat is 31:23, and it had no amount of people required. They changed that on us. So we have to have a minimum of 7 people to finish this to set the record. We're going to blow that out of the water, but we're changing the game. So we're going to be the first people to actually own this world record, because basically Guinness reset it on us and said, well, we don't want to use that record anymore. So we're going to keep the mileage of that record, but we're also going to count how many riders. So if we have 400 riders that do that, then to beat our record, it's got to be 400 riders doing that. So now both count, the amount of riders we have and the miles we go. So come on, guys, as many of you as we can get will make the record that much harder for anybody to break.
Okay, to go over that one more time for people to understand. We found out we are not breaking a record.
We are setting.
Guinness has us setting a record.
They basically eliminated the old record, gave us new guidelines, and we will be the first people, no matter whoever breaks it, we will be the first people to ever have this record. So You guys go down in the record books, not only as Guinness Book of World Record holders, but the first people to ever hold this record.
The record. And you get to lay claim to that from now on going forward. So I think that makes it even more cool.
Some will have to have service done during the route or tires. Mike, that is very possible. So there will be Harley dealerships along the way. We may even be stopping at some. Once we get the route down, then our goal is to have not only hotels, motels, stuff like that, but shops, even tow services. So what I like to do is have a tow service in each state area that we're going through that we've already been in contact with, that knows we're coming, and said, call us if you have any issues. We will have a couple of cars and chase vehicles, but where they're going to be in line versus where you are in line, that's our challenge. So the idea would be, this is the people that know we're here. Give them a call if you need a tow truck, if we can't get you on the road.
Yeah, and if you're close to needing tires before this trip, I mean, just get them knocked out before you go.
Yeah.
Oil changes, all that stuff, fluids, that should be done before. I mean, just common sense.
Okay, so I have a question. You said there were Harley dealerships.
Yes.
Not just Harleys,
But
anybody.
if you noticed right after that, I said, and we're going to find service stations and stuff along
Okay.
the road, because I caught myself saying that too. And Harleys. I was just
Harleys,
thinking
so-
Harleys. I mean,
Which brings me
He
to
said tow trucks. That's tow trucks is for everybody else.
right. Yes.
That brings me to a question. John Price asked me, other John. He asked if people that have trikes and spiders, if they can participate.
If they register as a motorcycle, yes. Angie and I have been arguing about this all day. I say if it has a steering wheel, no. But technically, I guess those little 3 cars are actually
What are those
registered as slingshots.
Slingshots, that's it.
They're actually registered as motorcycles. So technically, yes. But I still stand by, if it's got a freaking steering wheel, it is not a motorcycle.
So, all right.
Not saying they're not cool. They're cool.
Oh, they're super cool.
They're fun.
So to be clear, to get your certificate at the end of this, you need to register, start, and finish with you guys, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
And there's certain rules we have to use, like we have to GPS track all of this. So there's probably an app we're going to have you put on your phone at time of registration, so we can turn that on and it can track your phone for the whole thing, and then we'll need that data from you guys to send to the World Record to Guinness.
So if you know an app company that has a mile tracker,
I'm sure there are a ton out there. Like we bought ours. We have Mile IQ, but we use it for business. So it tracks every time we hop on the bikes or in a car. So we've got ours, but we'll work all that out so you guys don't have to worry about it.
He's not catching on. Wink, wink. If you have somebody out there that has an app that that we can connect with, that wants to be part of the world record poker run, then that would be cool.
Doesn't Rever do that? They have.
They may.
Yeah, maybe they'd be somebody we could get in contact with.
Yeah, Life 360 is another one too.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure there are tons out there that we can hook up with, and
Harley has one.
Yes,
that's right.
What is the prize for winning Poker Hand? Larry, that is an excellent question, and I don't have an answer yet. We're still working on.
Stay tuned.
We're still working on that. We will announce that. Hopefully, it's a killer prize. That's what I want. I just can't promise that till. The other thing is we have to make it where you can actually get the damn thing home too.
Right? Tight is on that too. But we do have sponsors. We're getting stuff mailed to us now. If you guys know of any sponsors, thank you. I'm gonna do a big shout out to my Sport Bikers crew. I know Toby Northern's on it, Mike Rizzo with the motorcycle showcase, and Joe with the stunt lot have been behind the scenes. Bell's Ride. You guys have been behind the scenes helping get sponsors. So thank you so much for that. If anybody out there watching this knows of somebody that wants to jump in and be part of the World Record Poker Run, we are taking donations and we've got sponsorship marketing opportunities.
Belle said she loves our shirts. Yes, we do sell them there on supportbikers.com, although we're low on supply right now. So we got to get some more made. But I tell you what, if you go buy one, we'll get some more made. Larry Probus, let's see. You guys rock. I'm assuming they're talking about me. Okay, to night ride if card is punched. Okay, to night ride if card is punched. I mean, technically, yes. Once you've got your card, you're on your own for the next trip. So just as long as you kill the miles, so you don't go, you know what I mean? You don't take a shortcut or any of that, and you have those miles tracked like everybody else, then yes, you could literally stop, get your card, and ride all night and be in Eureka before everybody else. Yes, I mean, it's a poker run and you're adults.
Okay, next one, Mom's talking about incognito window, private window will have the website updated. Okay, so what she's talking about is if you've been on the website already, it's in what's called a catch. So it's catching the old information. Once it does its whole update and everything, everything will be on there.
For the technical side of the evening, we have Mama Badger.
There's all this behind the scenes stuff that you guys don't know.
So Mandy the Machine said, can we get patches? Yes, there will be patches for this, but the patches, there'll probably be 2 patches. There'll probably be a patch that just says World Record Poker Run, and then that's general public, and then there'll be a patch within the registration packet that is I was a world record rider type patch. So yes, we will have patches for that. The whole idea of this is not only to be just epic, but to have memorabilia and stuff that you can keep for a lifetime, right? Because this is a once in a lifetime ride. I mean, we're 6 months into this, and I'm already wore out. So I don't know that I'd want to do this multiple times, and I'm sure everybody else can agree. So this is a once in a lifetime deal, guys. So we want it to be epic. That's why we're doing these roads, these rides, these miles.
Okay, click on. So
I'm driving around with hubby in my car. Can I pay the fee and get the shirt, lanyard, etc.?
Okay, so I'm assuming hubby's writing it and you're driving. And I wonder, we just talked to, his name was Bill today. And I wonder if this is him, his wife. But that's something we need to bring up in one of our meetings, huh, guys? I think we'll write that down.
We'll talk about that, guys, because I do know I've heard some people say that too, that they wanted to pay the $200 just to get the shirt and the patch and everything. And as much as we want your donation, that's not really fair either, is it? So we'll have to let us talk that over as a crew, because we want everybody involved. We also want it to be as fair. So I don't know what that looks like yet.
Which Granny Ma Badger, she's behind the scenes helping me out, which is also my mom. So Mom, can you make note of Jeanette's question? And yeah, we'll figure that out.
Mark said, so you help me with this. I'm not sure what you need help with, but we're here to help. Toby will help you. Just get a hold of Toby. Is there any Christians on here who may be writing? We do not.
Well, so Miles has, he's with the Paradise Writers. I think he's watching too. His writers are Christian writing, and I think him and some other people are planning on going. So to answer your question on that.
Very possible.
Sure.
I will be honest. That is not something that we make you fill out.
Or track of.
That we track. So, that's not going to be one of the questions on the sign up sheet for sure.
Okay, so Julie's asking, all right, because I know there's people who've been jumping on and off here. So we are starting in Fort Myers, Florida, and we'll be ending in Sturgis, South Dakota for the rally, the starting day, which will be August 6th.
Hey, Austin from Baggers and Brews says that you should put up your V-Rod as the prize for the winning poker hand.
You know what? I think Baby Badger is going to be riding it.
So that's a whole.
So she's flying home.
Poor Baby Badger, once you get there, you can just leave the bike and then hop in the truck and the trailer with the parents.
That's funny because that's not the first person that has said that. So they're like, you should put that up. It's your most famous bike. The bike's more popular than I am. Where do we sign up?
Baby Badger wants a crotch rocket anyway. So you know how we were talking, I think Bert was talking about on the Baggers and Brews Thursday night, you guys is live. And I know the conversation came up about Harley and the young ones, and they're trying to appeal to them. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, my daughter, she's 17, going to be 18. We got a V-Rod, a Harley V-Rod out there for her, and she still wants a crotch rocket. It's just.
When I was 20, I didn't want a Harley either. So, I mean, it just is what it is. Brian wants to know, where do we sign up?
Okay, right now, you can go to supportbikers.com under the World Record Poker Run tab, and there is an email sign up. You'll be subscribed to get notifications. March 1st is registration date. So we're having it from March 1st through May 31st.
And that's it, guys. There is no, after May 31st shuts off, it doesn't matter if you want to pay $2,000 to make the ride. It ends May 31st.
Yep, because we'll have stuff to do and get you prepared.
There's no late
It's a lot
registration,
behind
no
the
day of registration. It ends on May 31st. We're sorry we have to be so strict on that, but we have to put all the t-shirts together, all the lanyards, get that mailed out to you. The goal is to mail it out to you so you guys have it and you can bring whatever of that package you want on the trip. But the less we can stack on you to carry to Sturgis and back home, the better. So that's why we need that time to get everything laid out.
And our stops want to know ahead of time so they're prepared.
Right.
Yeah.
Any other questions here we've got to get to?
Might
Oh,
have
look,
to
Blacktop
see
Devil's on
others.
here. Yes, Saddle Tramp has said that he wants to make the trip. So hopefully get service and
Can we
tires
reach out to
before. Yes, I agree. I was just thinking today, because we're going to have such a long ride up there and then we're riding back. I'm like, so if I ship because I'm an Amsoil dealer. So if I ship my Amsoil to my brother's house in Missouri, then when I stop there, I can change my oil. So that's how my mind works.
Okay.
Hey man, you can come down to Nebraska and change your oil at my house. I don't care.
There you go. There you go. Well, Stevie, Mrs. Stevie and Stevie Foe are also in Nebraska, and we're like, well, we'll try to swing by there. So yeah, I'll just change it in Nebraska. All right, where we got? Awesome. I'm glad to hear that there will be some Christians. Awesome, 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 James.
Yeah, CMA, I think it's in.
Fingers crossed for you, Shane. Slingshots are auto cycles.
Ugh.
They're cars. They're cars.
Mom looked it up. Granny Ma Badger's like.
Yeah, I've been going back and
It's a
forth with Granny Ma
motorcycle.
Badger because she's like, it's a motorcycle.
We had like 5 of them pass us today, so we had this conversation.
Flat roads are hard on the center of the tires. Very true. Some of them. Yep. In Florida, you only need an automobile driver's license, but in other states, the laws may vary. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of all over the place. So let's see, what else do we have?
Chris. Hey, Chris. We were just talking.
There's so many. Very many. Oh, how many overnights till Sturgis? It is 8 days, 7 nights. So there'll be 7 overnights. Well, 8, I guess, is the night before. Do we count the night before?
Yeah, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, you actually have Thursday. So the night
If
before.
you're going to do the party with us, the kickoff party beforehand, then it'll be 8 nights with all of us. Which, if you're leaving in the morning at 7, you probably want to stay the night
Yes.
somewhere. So, probably a good idea.
There will be chaser vehicles, but not necessarily for helping haul luggage.
Luggage, right?
The only luggage there, well, so they're going to be hauling, we're going to have tents and tables and, all the traveling circus. They're going to be hauling all of that. Plus, if we've got if a bike breaks or something and we've got to get that to, that's ultimately what they're there for. So,
Plan for
is
the
there
week of
anything?
Sturgis.
So,
I'm
yes.
glad you brought that up.
On the 8th, 2 days after we get there, Bell's Rides, who will be on the ride, is going to be, she just put it up for us.
Thank you. There you
The
go.
Blue Ride. We will be there in attendance, helping raise some money for a great cause. Other than that, if there are other things going on, I don't want to know about it. I'm literally going to decompress for like 3 days, run around Sturgis, and then get ready for 3 more weeks of riding.
So the plan is to do Bell's ride and participate in that, and have it as another meetup for everybody. So at the end of the ride, those that are with us that have fans and that want to follow them and know where they're at, we'll make it like a big meetup too at the end of her ride. So that information, Bell, is it on the website? Sport Bikers yet? It's gonna be. If it isn't, we need to.
Bell's
Get
is
it on
thinking
there.
body paint.
I don't know if they've announced anything yet, but usually TJ, the on rerun one, they usually have a planned ride as well out in Sturgis.
I have not seen anything about that, but of course, if they do, and we're
We'll be
there,
announcing that.
we'll be involved. Supporting, right? Supporting everybody that supports us for sure. Where to be discount accommodations on each night for hotels. All right, Richard. So as soon as we cement the route and our stops for the night, I will be reaching out to the hotels around there, blocking off rooms for us. And I will let you guys know. That's why it's so important to get on our email list, follow all of our social medias. So we will announce room blocks that you can go get at a discounted price, and they'll only be available for a certain amount of time. That's usually how they do the room block thing. They'll say, okay, we'll block rooms for 2 weeks. So there'll be a 2-week interval where you can call and get a discounted rate at that hotel. And then, of course, we'll also have campgrounds and stuff like that.
So Amanda's on here. Yay, Amanda's going to help me too with lodging and all that. So asking, probably be in the registration packet. So we'll make sure.
We'll do them the same way. So we'll announce this is the night before the night of the kickoff party. This is hotel block as well. So yeah, you'll know about them before you get your registration pack.
All right. So Belle's giving us a little bit more information. So the end of the ride will
I'm
be.
going down
Cheyenne.
that Helly Belly supports body paint.
I know. I was watching the body paint conversations go.
The end of the ride will be at Cheyenne Crossing. We will be doing a debrief party that live.
That's a good word. A debrief party.
We have to take our pants off? Is that not debrief?
Please keep your briefs on.
Especially after a full day of hot riding. Dog-friendly hotels. Janet, I don't honestly know. That's not what I want to say. That is not a criteria for a hotel to qualify for us. But if they are dog-friendly, I will definitely let you know. Most of the bikers aren't going to have their dogs with them. So I don't know. Maybe not. But I would say once we announce the stops, if I were you, I would start investigating it and find a hotel around there with dogs. Don't count on us for that, for sure. I'm just hoping they'll let bikers stay there. We're our own breed of animals.
We're coming in for this business networking event.
In Cheyenne is T. Joe's Steakhouse next to Truck Stop with showers. Cop talk.
Oh, the paint is cop talk. Got it. Okay.
No, I think the debrief is.
Oh, the debriefing is. Dan jumped on. He said he was on the phone, so he got on with us.
All right. Any other questions you guys have? I mean, we've already killed an hour and 17 minutes. Holy moly. And guys, our 2 route leaders, what do you guys want to add to this?
I don't really have anything else. I think we've covered everything, man. It's I mean, I know we still got to tweak it when you find the stops and stuff, but it's a pretty epic ride. I don't know what to add to that. It's awesome.
All right, Brian, anything you want to add?
Just that, it might get tweaked a few roads here and there, but for the most part, that's where you're going.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm not going to. Did you win the jacket today?
They're talking back and forth.
Oh, okay, got it. All right. Anyway, all right, guys. I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. That is the route. Stay tuned. We'll have new announcements pretty much every week here going out.
Next announcements are going to be once we solidify our stop, our starting point. So look for that to be coming. We'll be announcing what we're doing in Eureka Springs, our stop and stops potentially that's going on there. And then charity. That'll be the next thing that we'll be talking about is the charity that we picked that will be,
All right. Richard Perez asked, are you having road captains on the ride? No, this is not a group ride. I will tell you the primary group will probably ride together, all the ones that are setting up everything, tearing down, that are in charge of it. But otherwise, everybody's on their own. This is a poker run. So groups of 4 or 5 will probably be riding together. And I mean, if they're a group that are all coming together, they may have that set up already, but us, there will be no road captains, there'll be no gun, there'll be no tail guys, there'll be none of that. It is literally, ride your own ride. What are you laughing at? Bye, Grom buddy. Bye, Steve.
Bye.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this live. Yes, that would be great. That would help. Guys, that's the other thing. Just tell everybody to, I know this sounds greedy, but follow us and all of our crew, because there'll be announcements on all of our different channels, right? So a lot of us, the part you guys don't see is we work. I live, eat, sleep, dream, and live this poker run. We're putting our all into it. You guys get to see the fun part at the end, but it's a ton of work. So, we're counting on you guys to spread the word for us. And I know a lot of you are doing your own videos and talking about it. And we want to say thank you so much. Tag us in those so that we know and we can turn around and share them. We really appreciate it. He was talking about the jacket from the birthday party today.
Oh, Roy was. Yes, so thank you. Chase put the Badgers logo on there with a bunch of other different businesses and writers, clubs and stuff on a jacket that I was helping put out there, doing a raffle on. So I don't know who won it. Sorry, Roy.
Hell's on Two Wheels told us to delegate. We
are.
But
you got.
How do I explain this? Your kid grows up and leaves, but you still think about them all the time. It's the same thing. So even though Brian was doing the route, it's not like every day I didn't think about the route. It just is what it is. It's kind of our baby.
He did a good job, right, Brian? He didn't pipe in and say anything.
Yeah, I didn't call you every day and go, "Where's the route? What are we doing? I think you should do this."
Thank you for not being a micromanager.
Yes, I'm good at letting it go, but I mean, you still just live with it on a daily basis. So anyway, we appreciate everybody spending their Saturday evening with us. I want to say a big thank you to Bert and to Brian for all of your hard work on this. We could not have done this without you. So we really, 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 really appreciate it. Yeah. And all these people going on the ride, they also are going to really appreciate it because this is going to be one heck of an epic ride. So thank you. Otherwise, guys, we're going to let you go and have a great evening, weekend. We will talk to you soon. Be safe. Have fun. Good night.
He's done. It's been a long day. Good night, everybody. Thank you
everybody.
In your comments below. We'll look to answer those questions or reach out to any of us on the website, supportbikers.com. It says about. You will see the crew on there. It's links to each one of their listings, and you're feel free to reach out to any of them. Bye, guys.